What's going on, guys? It's Brandon back here again for another BFR today. Game 19 versus the Anaheim Ducks. It's nearly 1 a.m. And I really didn't feel like recording this tonight, but I thought I might as well record it now. I'm not going to have any time tomorrow, that being Thursday, or today. It'll be uploaded during the day on Thursday. 7:30 game on November 19th. Happy 36th birthday to Patrick Kane. That feels weird to say, considering he started at 18. So he's doubled his age when he started. Crazy line shakeups. Bedard was on the wing. Dickinson was first line center with, I think Joey Anderson was up there. Bertuzzi was on the fourth line with Reichel and Smith. You had Teravainen and Donato and Hall and everything everywhere, because this team cannot score, and they're trying to figure out ways to do that. And they're lucky they're playing against Anaheim today. And what turned out to be a snooze fest of a game. Score ends up being 3-2 for the Ducks. They go to 6-12-1. Hall was in, Maroon was out. Shots were 24-20 Anaheim. Hits were 27-13 Anaheim. Faceoffs 29-26 Chicago. Power play Chicago 0-for-1, Anaheim 0-for-2. Soderblom saves 21 out of 24, and Gibson saves 18 out of 20. In other news, Seth Jones will be out 4 weeks with an injured foot, and the Winter Classic jerseys, the Hawks one, which was leaked earlier, was officially released. It was leaked earlier, so I knew what it was going to look like. It's alright. The Blues one I think is cooler, but it's cool. More jerseys is more fun. Mrazek was out for personal reasons, so Comessa was called up to play backup. Soderblom gets the start still. First period at 2:57, Chicago gets the one-timer goal. It's Jason Dickinson with his third of the year, so it looks like they're putting him on the first line is paying off. He had 22 goals, I think, last year, 21, 22. So see if you can get him going. Of course, that was probably a career year for knowing Dickinson's game, but we'll see. Bedard and Brody with the assist to make it 1-0. Anaheim responds 2 minutes and 2 seconds later with a goal of their own. It's Pavel Mintyukov, the young defenseman, third of the season from Brent Leeson to make it 1-1. 42 seconds, Anaheim penalty to Ross Johnston for roughing. That's killed off. Second period at 16:06, it's a Chicago goal to Jason Dickinson with his fourth of the season, second of the game, from Bedard and Teravainen to make it 2-1. Penalties were not being called, I realized at this point, so I wrote that down. I don't have many notes for this game because it was horrifying to watch in terms of it was very slow and very boring and just felt like it was going on forever. 12:42, Chicago penalty to Bedard for hooking, which is killed. Third period, 17:11, it's a Chicago penalty to Smith for high sticking, that's killed off. And then the wheels fall off pretty quickly. 14:50, Anaheim scores. It's Alex Killorn with his third of the season from Zegers to make it 2-2. And just about 4 minutes later, about 4.5 minutes later, it's Leo Carlsson with his sixth of the season from Killorn and Zegers to make it 3-2. So Killorn and Zegers single-handedly will the comeback, and Hawks don't respond against one of the worst teams in the NHL, making the Hawks the worst team in the NHL. James Hagan's might as well be ours by this point. It's getting kind of old to say. I don't want to tank forever, but at this point, I say tank for as long as you have to, and then hopefully we'll just magically be good. But we learned with Detroit, with Buffalo, with Ottawa, that doesn't happen anymore. Teams learn to rebuild on the fly. They retool on the fly. They get younger as they go. We're seeing this with Tampa. Boston, they're kind of falling apart. But we're seeing this with Carolina. We're seeing this with Tampa. We're seeing this with Florida. We're seeing this with the top teams are staying young, and that's the important thing for those teams to keep their longevity going. That's why the teams in the Atlantic Division that probably should be making the playoffs in any other division can't get in because they're being held back by these teams that keep on redoing it. And if you're getting better as well as this team is staying good, obviously there's not enough playoff spots to go around for all these good teams. So that's kind of how parity in the league works. But, yeah, that's going to be all I have for you guys in this one. Absolute snooze fest of a game. Line shakeups galore, and it's time for me to go to bed. I want to thank you all so much for watching this video, and I shall see you all in the next one. Have a good one.